Family, what's good? You're watching TOJ. I'm your host, Rico Suave, and I'm going to give you my opinion on Charlemagne the God's new book, Black Privilege. I just listened to the whole 7.5 hours of Black Privilege before I decided to give you my opinion, because I realized a lot of people on YouTube been doing their take on this guy's book and hasn't even fucking read it. There's a guy on YouTube, before I decided to make this video, I looked at other reviews first to see if, you know, the book itself was worth reading. So I realized a lot of people on YouTube, especially the black people, I seen one white dude. I might put his review in the comments section. In the thing below, the description, just to give you an idea of what another person's opinionated, well-informed review would look like. There's two people, Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks. They did another review of Charlemagne's book, and you can tell they did not read it. They only attacked the title of the book. And it's funny because in principle number, I had to write my notes, in principle number, I think number 8, he actually explained in full detail what the name Black Privilege come from. I actually like the secret meaning behind his name, which, I mean, I think it's basically, he was a 5%er, and he called himself Charlemagne the God, as if he would be a 5%er. You know, you got Lord Jamar and guys who has the word God in their name, so he would be Jamar the God, and he's Charlemagne the God, because, you know, as a 5%er, God lives within us as a black man. And as black women, they consider themselves earth, the gods and earths. So it comes from a 5%er ideology. I like that about Charlemagne. But the book in general is not a self-help book, in the sense that if you want to be a real estate investor, you buy this book, it'll teach you about real estate. That I didn't like about the other YouTubers who have upwards of 10,000 subscribers and feeding their subscribers bullshit. My thing is this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Me personally, I love Charlemagne the God, like his voice, I love his delivery. What I don't want to do is put myself in a position to have you guys hear my opinions and take my shit to heart. My opinion is just my opinion, but I try my best to give you my informed opinion. People like Yvette Carnell and these other people who I've seen give the review on the Charlemagne the God book only gave the review on the name of the book. There's one dude right now, as a matter of fact, this nigga lived literally 10 miles down the street from me, and I don't know he even lived that close to me. And the whole time he was fussing, he goes, Charlemagne the God, nigga, how you gonna speak about black privilege? We don't fucking own nothing, nigga. You don't own, you know, just bitching his ass off. I'm like, you don't own the Breakfast Club. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, nobody, not even me, I don't even own YouTube. I own the camera I'm talking to you guys on. But if you actually posting videos on the white man's format, which is YouTube, you use Google, you pay the white man for your cell phone bill, you pay the white man for your phone bill. There's nowhere on planet Earth, there's no activity of life, as a matter of fact, with the exception of fucking your own wife or jerking off or taking care of your kids, that you don't run into a white person in America, of all places. So I mean, all that dumb shit about we don't own this, we don't own that, and if you're sitting there delivering your message and your platform is on Facebook, your platform is on Twitter, your platform is on Instagram, guess what? No black people own that shit. So go ahead, go miss me with that bullshit, bro. I mean, I'm so fucking tired of these niggas, man, who got all these subscribers and misleading the fuck out there. I'm not misleading y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all what the fuck I know. I work 17 hours a day. All these bags, all these wrinkles and shit, all that come from a dude who barely sleep. I lift weights probably 4 times a week or whatever, and you know, I try to at least release about 2 to 3 videos a week, because I want to keep my subscription base going, and I want to give you guys good content and the best, I guess, delivery of my opinion as I can. And to make sure I did that right with Charlemagne's book, I'm going to give you my opinion now. As you can see, I actually wrote some notes. I'm gonna get to see that. I actually wrote the notes down so I can deliver this shit proper to you guys. He said in the book specifically, if you want to know what the book is about, the Black Privilege book is basically an autobiography of his life from South Carolina, leading to him landing his spot on the Breakfast Club, and the trials and tribulations he went through. You know, and it's broken down in 8 separate principles, and the principles go like, basically the introduction of the book is this. It says, my goal for this book is to pass along the valuable principles I've learned in my life, and some I came up with on my own, and some were passed down to me by the wise elders I was fortunate to meet, and I'm also a good listener. And he absorbed that game, and I like that about him. He says, success is not determined by the size of the pond, but the hustle in the fish. That's a 100% truism. I work as a professional artist in the French Quarter. There's some artists who just don't work every day. I work. It's hot right now in summertime. I did take 4th of July off, took my kids to the global wildlife bullshit, and I took some time off the rest of my body. But after this, I'm working for 7 days straight. I can't take no days off. I can't afford any days off. I got a regular job like everybody else watching this video. But I got a certain hustle in me. Trust me on that. Another principle I like was that it's the same principle Barack Obama and Ben Carson also talks about, is that give your kids some books. And if your kids can't read these really hard books, you know, with these certain I guess story points that's too hard for kids to understand, get them audiobooks. A lot of kids, you know, when they're playing and they, you know, doing their homework, or they, you know, doing their building blocks, their Lego blocks, get them audiobooks. Also get them some reading programs that'll help them enunciate words and help them get their diction straight. And I liked it about Charlemagne because he said as a kid in the ghetto, he didn't have a lot of money, but he had books. And I've been noticing in our neighborhood now we have these little book depots. It looks almost like a mailbox with a glass door on it. You can just, any book you finish reading, you share books now, and you put them in like a little kind of mailbox looking thing in front of somebody's house, and every member of that book club has this little hand makeshift mailbox looking thing where you can stick a free book in there and the kids can pick those up. Now let's get to his principles. I want to go fast for y'all. I don't want to hold y'all up. According to YouTube class, don't try to go no longer than 10 minutes. So I'm going to try to go quick for y'all. Here we go. Principle number 1 is when I stop complaining about where I'm physically at, I start thinking about mentally where I want to be. And I like that about Charlemagne too. A lot of us black people specifically, we complain, well, we ain't got no money, we ain't got no business. However, if you got the mentality to think like a winner and act like a winner, you will be a winner. Number 2 is pick your poison. It's PYP, I'm sorry, PYP. You can pick your passion, pick your poison, or pick your procrastination. That's self-explanatory. Pick your passion. I'm an artist. My art has definitely led me to prosperity. Okay, I pay my bills this way. I work probably 3 days a week, but long hours within those 3 days. Okay, and I got to go to Home Depot and get more wood and more art supplies. Number 3 is fuck your dreams. I like number 3 specifically because I've had people tell me things about myself and I was pursuing the wrong path, and they told me, look here, we see you successful, just not in this particular avenue that you're taking. And a lot of times when you have somebody who wants to be a singer and you can't sing, they got a guy named Ice JJ Fish, for example. It's a perfect example. Ice JJ Fish can't carry a note, but he believes he can sing. He has I got 26,000 plus subscribers or something, and one of his videos got 2 million views, but he's seen more as a pariah. And I think JJ Fish just don't give a fuck. You know, he can't sing at all, but I don't think he wants to be successful as a professional singer. And if he does, I don't see him taking singing lessons because the guy's actually tone deaf. And Charlemagne wanted to be a rapper, and his professor in school was like, look here, bro, you can't rap. Yeah, I see you. You know, you got passion. You got, you know, a good delivery with a message. Stick with radio. You ain't got to be a rapper to be successful. So, fuck your dreams is one of those situations where if somebody tells you that they see something better for you in the future, don't get offended by that. Just hear them out and don't take any criticism that's constructive criticism as an insult, because a lot of times it's really not, you know, the way that you look at it. Number 4 is there are no losses, only lessons. I like that. You can always learn from every mistake you make. In fact, your mistakes are your best teachers. Number 5, put the weed in the bag. A lot of people don't see an opportunity unless there's a paycheck attached to it. What that means is basically a lot of sweat equity has to go into you building relationships with people and building friendships that can turn into business opportunities later on in life. You don't have to, and Jay-Z said it best, you ain't got to smoke weed all the time, which means basically don't stay high all the time. Nothing's wrong with doing recreational drugs here and there, having a quick, a drink with your boys or whatever, but there's a time and place for everything. Number 7, give people the credit they deserve for being stupid, starting with yourself. I skipped number 6 on accident. Number 6 was live your truth. When you're completely honest with yourself, you give 0 fucks. And with that, what he meant by that one was, if you know you're the kind of person that don't really want to take advice, you have to be 100% honest with the idea that you are an asshole. That way, when you hear a certain advice from somebody, you know that the advice is not with malice. It's just somebody giving you their honest opinion on how they convey. I'm sorry, on the way that you convey yourself to other people. Let's jump to number. I think this is number. It's still number 7. Number 7, he goes, waking up ignorant is what motivates me to learn every day. A lot of times there's a bunch of people, hotep hustlers, shea butter Twitter, they're just ignorant. But waking up knowing that you don't know everything motivates you to want to learn every day. I like that about, I'm that way about the internet. I'm that way about YouTube. I'm that way about algorithms. I know that I don't know shit about YouTube yet. And as much as I don't want to learn, I have to pay somebody to teach me video editing. And I'm kind of like getting more excited every day, because as you tweak and play with your cell phone, you learn more things about yourself, how your cell phone work, how to text message. And now, you can almost text and drive at the same time, and that's just like second nature, and you get no accidents because, you've been doing it so long, it comes to you now without thinking. Like being a good athlete, a good ball player, a good anything. Once you put, at least 10,000 hours worth of practice into it, it becomes almost like a second, body part, a second appendage to you. Now, the important part is the name of the book. That's principle number 8. It's access your black privilege. The 5%ers have a certain belief system that black men are God and black women are earths, and we as black men are here to protect those earths from the 10% of people who have all the resources, all the information, and all the knowledge. The other 85% of the world are willingly ignorant and don't really want to learn anything else. He has a quote that I like in the book, and the quote is basically, believe in yourself and all that you are, and know that there is something inside of you far more greater than your obstacles. What that means is, Simba in The Lion King, and this is what I'm coming up with. Charlamagne didn't say this part, but if you can leave in the comment section a better idea of what I'm saying, knock yourself out. I welcome all normal comments. Cause Charlamagne being a coon has got nothing to do with me. This is my interpretation of the book that I listened to 7.5 worth of audio before I gave my informed review of his book. But during Hurricane Katrina, we had 80% of the hurricane destroyed New Orleans. People didn't think we can come back for that. Now, a lot of people don't understand the amount of years it took to come back from something like that. I mean, you had families completely destroyed, dead bodies floating the streets. I lost 12 cars. I used to own a car lot before I became a professional artist. And we have a neutral ground. In the state you live in, it might be called a median. What happens when it rains down here, a lot of us who own cars, we put our cars on the median, and hopefully the flood water don't reach it. The flood water was 13 feet tall. I mean, high. So trust me, every car I had got fucking flooded. There was mud all into it. I couldn't get an SBA loan. The insurance didn't cover none of that because none of the cars was broken into. None of the cars was stolen. It was just basically lost merchandise. I only got like maybe $4,000, I think, back from FEMA or something. That was it. So what I did, I had to switch my game up. I started gutting out houses, gutting out sheetrock. I became a paint contractor. And it took no education for me to get a sledgehammer and started knocking out sheetrock in the walls, put on a gas mask, and getting all that mud out of people's houses. So I switched the game up. I got my hustle on, and I left the car business. I left it in the past. So to sit there and say that we all are privileged in a certain type of way, but the black privilege title is just a working title. It does not mean that black folks run the world. So in conclusion, those are my thoughts, man. Y'all drop a comment in the comment section below. Hit like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to debating with you guys in the comment section. Peace.